Hi, Adam McChesney here. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about a very popular new form of paid advertising, which is Google Guaranteed, otherwise known as local service ads. So a lot of our clients are home service or contractor type businesses, and this is a great new platform that Google has launched a little over 2 to 3 years ago, but it's becoming more and more popular. It's a new form of paid advertising, so a little bit different than compared to Google Ads, which we'll get into here in a second. So it is more focused on pay per lead or pay per call than you're used to or accustomed to with Google pay per click. So some of the pros in getting signed up for Google Guaranteed is it allows you to dispute leads if it's not a service that you offer or a location that you service. So one of the biggest complaints that we hear from people across the board when it comes to the stigmatism around doing Google ads is, oh, I get calls from places that I don't service, or they're looking for auto repair and I'm a roofing company. And it gives it kind of a bad name, but a lot of it has to do with how you set up that campaign on Google Ads. Regardless, competitors or just random people could go on and click your ad and you're still charged by Google. With Google Guaranteed, you set up your profile and you are able to then go back and dispute leads if they're non-qualified or if it's just not a service or a location that you offer. So it gives you that peace of mind that I'm going to be spending money for a legitimate lead, which is a huge benefit to clients of ours or just anybody that's out there going to set up local service ads, or again, Google Guaranteed, they're the same thing. You're able to set a budget for a week, or you can cap it at pay per lead. So you can either set a budget for the entire week, or you can say, hey, I want to pay $100 max for this lead, and it allows you to set up the campaign that way. From there, we normally recommend setting a budget for that week and kind of leaving it open-ended, meaning that some people are like, oh, I only want to spend $1,000 a week. We normally tell them to push that limit because you're not going to be spending that money unless the leads are good. So if you spend $1,000 and then you cap yourself out and all those leads were good, or you were able to dispute the leads that weren't, then you're kind of capping yourself on not being able to go above and beyond, assuming that you can take on the work, right? So we always recommend doing a little bit more than you might be accustomed to, because if it's working, you're going to keep putting money in and getting money out. Obviously, the goal of marketing and advertising. Another pro is that it's very easy to set up. And so we walk through our clients on, hey, here's how you go do it. It's not complicated at all. It's a very easy process that you can go through. And most people can do it on their own, but we're just there to provide some extra guidance should you need it. It's the type of platform that you can just turn it on and off with a few buttons. It's not overcomplicated, even though you might think it is because it's a Google platform. It's truly not. It is essentially dummy proof. Some cons that come along with this platform is that it doesn't capture every single type of keyword like you would get with Google Ads. For example, if you go to type in roofing company St. Louis, Google Guaranteed is going to populate right there. But there's only 3 companies that are on there, so it's very competitive. But if you were to type in a keyword, let's just say hole in my roof, water leaking, those types of things, it's likely not going to pick up that type of keyword to be able to be populated for Google Guaranteed. Versus if you were to strategically build a Google Ads campaign for that type of keyword, hole in my roof, roof is leaking, need a roofing company, etc., you can capture that with Google Ads. Some industries and particular locations will require proof of insurance and or licensing. And right now it is set up in most trade industries, but they're still missing a few. So that's the other aspect, is that it might not be in your area or it might not be in your particular trade at this moment. And as I mentioned before, it is getting extremely competitive. So about 2.5 years ago, we had a lot of clients starting to sign up for that platform, and they were just, hand over fist making tons of money, and it was so lucrative. And it still is, but you just have to keep a closer eye on the types of budgets, stay on top of the leads, all of those different things. But you want to do that internally. And a final thought is talking about doing this internally is you don't want to be hiring a marketing company to get you through this process or manage it long term. There are a lot of marketing companies that are out there right now trying to charge you to set up and manage the campaigns. And they're saying that there's profile optimizations or lead flow management, things like that. Where in reality, you have to be the one to decide if the lead needs to be disputed or not. Because obviously we don't know some of those things. We're not having those conversations with some of those clients. Luckily, there is call recording and things like that. But there's no true profile optimization that can be done with like a Google business listing or a Google ads count or even website optimizations for SEO like you might be accustomed to. So we set it up for free for our clients, and we'll guide you through that process. It's extremely important, if it's available in your area, to get on this train right now. If you have any questions about Google Guaranteed or local service ads, feel free to message me. You can comment below. You can head to the website that will be in the comment, adamcchesney.com. And we're always happy to have a conversation to show you a little bit more about how we can maximize your return on investment. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.